leaving Woodside Beach. I stayed in the caravan park over there the best part of a week because we had a huge storm come through, and there's no way I was going to be tenting in that weather storm. So they were kind enough to host me in there. But it is time to get going. I've been itching to go. The weather's been pretty good the last couple of days, and but I decided to rest my feet, rest up, and but now get back to it. Oh, and I've got my beautiful sandals on because I'm going to be doing, let's get up here, about 30 kilometers today. It's about 8 in the morning. There we go. Sweet. Ray Perrin Lookout. Brilliant. So I'm beach walking for the next 25-30 kilometers, and having the sandals is going to be a lot easier on my feet, but it doesn't matter if you get sand all in them, and it doesn't matter if they get wet. Whew. Yeah, see, it's nice and hard on here. But I am ready to go. Backpack's loaded. I can't wait to finish this adventure because I've already got my eyes on the next one. It's bright though. Good thing I got sunscreen on. To glory! This is something different. Today's the 13th of June, 2025. I just had my 48th birthday a couple of days ago on the 10th of June. And I'm currently walking 90 Mile Beach in Victoria, which is considered either one of the longest or second longest unbroken continuous beaches in the world. It's called 90 Mile Beach. It's about 151 kilometers. But the crazy. You want to know what an injury to your foot can be like when you're hiking long distance? Here we go, ready? There you go. Ripped open the side of my heel. And I'm really grateful that I'm at the ocean, so I can just woo! That came up a little high. That was higher than I expected. Came right up on my shorts. But anyway, nothing like some salt water to heal a wound. I developed that early on. It was a blister on the side of my heel, and it had actually healed, but the wet shoes, the sandals I was wearing, rubbed them down to they started bleeding. So I've taken those off. As much as I prefer to keep them on, I just don't want them to keep rubbing down further and further till it becomes an actual major problem. So I'll walk barefoot for now, keep going into the ocean, and the salt water will help heal that quite nicely. It'll recover. It's a mere flesh wound. But you got to be careful of these things. You can't let them get out of control, right? So I'm walking barefoot, and when I get to the next campground, I'll clean it all up disinfect it, and then put some band-aids on. Then I'll probably be able to put those shoes back on once the band-aids are on, because they'll create a friction point. So it's not my feet that are the friction point, the band-aid will be the friction point, the sacrificial lamb. It's a little surreal when you're walking for such a long period of time on a beach and you're the only one here. It's such a, I won't say remote section of beach, but it's hard to get to because there's no road access. Or very, very little. There is road access at certain points, but not like, there's no road going along the length of this section of beach. It is nice and calming. Just a lot of seashells and rocks here. Got to be careful I don't cut my foot now. Oh, but it is calling me out there. I feel it pulling me. Is that a sea slug? I've been pushing it back. It's still fresh. It's still moving. I've been pushing it closer to the water to see if I can... But I don't want to hurt it, you know? I've been walking along. I have a mic on now. I found it, dug it out of my bag. But it doesn't have the dead cat still, so I'm sorry for the wind noise. But I'm not alone on the beach anymore. Up there, let's see if I can zoom in. There's a human, or I think it's human. I'll find out soon enough. They're about 2 kilometers away, I reckon. It's 1:30. I found this campground here. There's a couple that are walking on the beach. They've got a car there, I think, with their dog. I might set up here for the night, but it's a long way to go. What's over there? Is that cows? I think, yeah. Cows or sheep over there somewhere. Just beyond my vision. Or do I keep going? Either way, I'm going to sit and rest. Oh. Going down this hill might be my demise though. I decided to set up camp here. I think it's on a slight angle. It's a light, well, I say it's light, it's 2.5 kilograms, but it's light enough for me to, pick up and move. But I'm going to put the fly over the top, obviously, so I don't get damp overnight. But it's significantly bigger, so I have yet to put the air mattress up, but I can sit everything in here. I can put my bags in here and I'm dry overnight. But I'm trying to work out whether I'm here, which feels like it's a little bit out of the breeze, or on this grassy patch just here. The downside is I feel the breeze a bit more on here, but I don't like being so close to this grass right here. So yeah, and then it's really rough. So it looks like I'm going to stay where I'm set up. I just might shuffle it. And you might think, oh, I'm near the grass over here, but it's a little different over here. I'm not sure why. I just feel a bit safer on this side than I do on that side. I could always, bring it over here onto the sand. It's probably not a bad idea. But I feel also more breeze here. So, and I don't want to go there because there's cars come in here. I think it's because they're using that. I want to be out the way a little bit. So maybe I might pull it back a little bit, just a little bit. But I'll be around about 1 meter away from that grass once I'm set up, and I should be fine. Well, there we have it. I've got my night shirt on. It's a nice thicker cotton shirt, and I use this when I'm relaxing, so I don't have just the thin shirt on. I still have that on because it is going to get cold. But that is where I'm sleeping tonight. It's not bad. The tent's a good size. Like I said, it's a little heavier than the last one, twice as heavy. But I'm right next to this path here. There's a road, so there will be, and I have seen cars come up and down already. But I am far enough off, I won't get run over. But yeah, I'm just going to leave that for a second, and I'm going to go back to the beach for a moment. So let's see where this comes out. Oh, my feet are covered in sand, which is really hard to get off when you've got no broom or brush or something like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, if this was more open, I'd just stay here. Wild. It's a bit of a drop on this side. I need to be careful because I don't want it collapsing on me. 90 Mile Beach. How gorgeous. And so the ocean out there is just so clear. Oh, I see one little boat out there. It's the first one I've seen in 3 days, I think. Right on the horizon. I think he's gone. I can't even see him now. Must have just bobbed up. Oh, there he is. Back again. He's over. Where'd he go? There he is. Just there in the middle. That's a long way out. I've really enjoyed walking 19 Mile Beach. The 150 kilometers stretch of just beach. I love it, and I love walking through the wake. Not so much with 20 kilograms on your back, but I still love walking through the wake nonetheless. I had my hiking stick with me just to make sure I didn't trip over, and that was pretty sweet. But I'm also, funny enough, I'm the kind of guy who is always looking at the next, right? And so, just checking the tent. I'm always looking at the next thing. So yes, I was on the road over there somewhere going, oh, I can't wait to get to 90 Mile Beach because I'm going to walk the beach. And now I'm at the beach. It's great and all that. But I'm excited about getting back on the road. And it's going to sound weird, but the reason why is because when I'm walking on the sand, I'm walking powering on, considering the weight I've got on my back. I got very sore feet. I got some damage to my heel. And I don't mean like a Band-Aid fix damage. I mean, probably need a doctor damage. But at best, powering through, I can go 3 kilometers an hour, right? That's my time. Whereas on the bitumen or on the track, I'm doing like 5. So when I go to budget time, you know, thinking, oh, that's going to take me, 7 hours to walk. No, it's more like 9 or 10 hours on the beach. So it is slowing me up, and that does kind of, I don't know, it plays with your mind a little bit, doesn't it? Because you're not really progressing like you would want to. So it's quieter on this side. But yeah, so going back on to the road has its other problems. You're on the road. You haven't got the scenery is not as nice or interesting. But I can power through, and I really need to power on through. So I need to make up some ground. I've got a feeling I'm going to have to, when my foot's a little bit better anyway, so probably in a week or so's time, I'll give good care. I've got antiseptic cream and magnesium cream and Band-Aids and things. But it is going to take a few Band-Aids. But once I get back into the rhythm of walking on a track, I think I need to raise my daily kilometers to 30 kilometers a day. I average 20 at the moment. My best is 38, I think it is. And that was a great day. A great day of hiking. I really enjoyed it. It was a rail trail. And I've really loved this beach walk. It's just been fantastic, like just seeing all the shells and the rocks and walking in the water. It really touches my heart and really lifts my spirits being near the ocean. I'm scared shitless about what's in the ocean, but I love being on the edge of the ocean knowing that sharks haven't developed the ability to crawl yet. One day I will get over that fear, as I'm trying to work through all of my fears, one at a time though. The fear I'm getting over at the moment is isolation. And not in isolation like I've traveled the world on my own. I've campervanned around Australia, or 3 continents I've been campervanning around on. But the what I mean is, for a long time, I used to absolutely be terrified of the dark. And I don't mean like turn the light out in the bedroom dark. No, I'm talking about being out in nature in the pitch black dark. And I remember I used to have this farm, long time ago now, a lifetime ago, and it had like a shed, and it went out to, it looked at 5 acres. It was 22, 23 acres or something. And I remember I had the lights on in the shed, and it was pitch black outside, and it used to petrify me, wondering what's standing right there in the dark, looking right back at me, expecting to see some sort of eyes glowing in front of me or something. It used to really get under my skin. And it took everything I had to not show that fear to anyone. But oh boy, was it there. Then I did a hike a couple of years ago now, maybe 3 years ago, 2 years ago, so something like that. And it was 40 kilometers in the day. It was a good hike, no big backpack. I did have a pack, but no big backpack. And I had my hiking stick and things. But I thought it was actually a 40 kilometer trip, but it was a 45 kilometer trip, round trip. And as a result, the last 5 kilometers was in the dark, on a rail trail, funny enough, up in Queensland. And it started raining the last probably 2 hours, I think it was. So I was wet, in the dark. I had no lights because I was expecting to get back before dark. And I had to walk past cows right there and other wildlife and things. And it was amazing. I got over that fear. Now I can just walk anywhere. It doesn't really bother me. You know, there's nothing really that's going to do me that much harm. There's no boogeyman. The operative word in that is man, as in mankind. So I think I've got over that, because I've now walked in the dark on my own. I camp on my own. And I'm pretty confident that I could pretty much go anywhere outside of suburbia, because that's a totally different kettle of fish, that one. I just don't want to be camping near people, or their houses anyway. The next one I want to get over is the ocean. I really want to get over my fear of being eaten by a shark. Oh God. Anyway, I'm gonna go in there for a little bit. It's only 2 o'clock, but I want to jump on the computer and do some stuff while I can, and tidy my feet up and get that band-aid and stuff like that on there, and kind of just chill. I don't mind if I just lay down there, relax for a while. It's going to get dark in like 2 hours, 3 hours, so it's fine. So here's the state of my foot. I know it's pretty gross, but yes, it is all torn up pretty badly, thanks to these shoes. Now I know I've got these shoes back on, but it's only because I've cleaned my feet and I want to keep them sand free. And I've got to clean this one up before I put the antiseptic stuff on. But I've got a few, you don't see my feet. But yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. It's probably the worst I've ever had my foot break up. It's deep. It's a little sore, but I've got some antiseptic cream and some band-aids. So that's gonna have to do for now. So that's my solution for now, until I can get into a chemist and get some more hardcore stuff. But I do have a big chunk of antiseptic cream right on the sore, and these band-aids hold up really well, like really well. So I won't get them wet now. I won't go to the beach and get them wet or sandy. I'm going to put socks on, and that'll help keep it nice and protected. Oh man.